Hello, folks, and welcome to the 2006 MSDGC Ace Skins, sponsored by Innova. We've got $1,000 on the line today. These Ace Skins are comprised of the 4 highest-rated players at the 2006 MSDGC. This year's competitors are Walter Haney from North Carolina, Chris Sprague from Oregon, Justin Bunnell from Missouri, and Barry Schultz from Wisconsin. This first hole of the Skins course is 500 feet. A shot straight at the pin will need to carry 480 to clear the water. Teeing off first is Walter Haney. Walter Haney has earned over $2,000 at the MSDGC. Only Steve Brinster and Des Redding have earned more. His consistency will probably be the reason many of these skins are pushed. And he lands his drive safely to the left of the pond. Chris Sprague is next to tee off. He arrived on Tuesday, visited with the Maple Hill League, and has been soaking up the Marshall Street atmosphere ever since. He's been caught filming the film crews and giving Grandma extra hugs. It's time for him to focus on golf. That drive is short and right. Justin Bunnell tees off next. Justin's one of the young guns on the tour. His crushing drives can simplify the game. If his putting is on, he can beat anybody. But not from over there. And teeing off last is Barry Schultz. Barry is simply the most accurate driver in disc golf today. And that low beauty is just another demonstration of the control he has off the tee. Let's watch that again from another angle. After a skip, he set up for a 30-foot comebacker to easily take the first skin. We go to Walter Haney's second shot. That's a very nice, safe shot. He's under the pin for the easy par. Justin Bunnell's second shot, he puts it up. And it fades left. Drinker. Chris Sprague over the top. And here's Barry Schultz to win the first skin. He'll be thinking about that later tonight. Walter Haney puts up his drive on hole 2. That is a beautiful shot. He's got about 20 feet for birdie. Justin Bunnell. Oh, a beautiful shot, turns right. Keeps turning right. He's left himself about 35 feet for birdie. Woo! And Barry Schultz fires it right through the thin gap. It fades left. He's put it within 20 feet. Here's Chris Sprague for birdie. Oh, little airplane action, no go. Justin Bunnell for the bird off left. Walter Haney for birdie. Well, we've given Barry Schultz another opportunity to take a skin. Missing 2 quick opportunities. Walter Haney on the tee of hole 3. A very nice, safe shot. He'll have an easy up and down for par. Chris Sprague on the tee. That fades right. He might have a look. He'll probably have about 70 feet for the birdie. Justin Bunnell. Tight to the right. Gets through. Oh, kicks a tree. He's about 80 feet away. And Barry Schultz with another pinpoint accurate drive. He's got 35 feet for the birdie. Walter Haney sets up for the par. Justin Bunnell Under the pin for the par. Chris Sprague now for birdie. Basket. Oh, nice run by Chris Sprague. Barry Schultz with his third opportunity to win a skin. $200 for Barry Schultz. And we go to hole 4. Barry Schultz on the tee. Kicks a tree early. He's in trouble on hole 4. Walter Haney fires it through the gap. Gets a nice sit. He's left himself about 12 feet from the pin. Chris Sprague gets through the gap. That thing's flying. Oh, saved by a tree. He's 20 feet from the pin. Probably a push on hole 4. Justin Bunnell pulls it right. Probably won't matter. Barry Schultz's second shot. Fades in. Nice nestle right at the base of the pin. Justin Bunnell's second shot. He hammers it not out of the woods. Chris Sprague for birdie. Oh. And Walter Haney steals a skin, and we are moving on to hole 5. Walter Haney on the tee. He doesn't look very confident.
Thank you.
Get up, get up, get up.
Oh, it is short, just in front of the wall. Barry Schultz now on the tee. Puts it up with a beautiful fade.
Oh, it's nice. Come on. Throw it in here.
With a beautiful right turn. He's left himself about 15 feet from the pin for the easy birdie. Chris Sprague. Let's zoom in, see what he gets. He puts it in there. We've got an easy push on hole 5. Justin Bunnell's drive. Justin Bunnell finally shows up, gets a nice shot. He also has the easy birdie on hole 5. Chris Sprague secures the push with Justin Bunnell. And we are moving on to hole 6. Walter Haney on the tee. Nice tight low shot. Oh, he pulls it right. Flirts with OB. Goes OB. Barry Schultz on the tee. High. Fades left. He might have a look at the pin. Chris Sprague on the tee. A very favorable kick. He's going to have a look straight at the pin. And Justin Bunnell flies it right down the fairway. A perfect shot. He might have a run at birdie. Chris Sprague's second shot now. He gets it through the gap. Lays it at the base of the pin. He's got the easy par. Barry Schultz now. Oh, very nice run by Barry Schultz. And Justin Bunnell for the birdie and 2 skins. Apparently he tried a little too hard. And it's left to Chris Sprague and Barry Schultz to push. And they do. On hole 7, Walter Haney on the tee. A nice straight shot right up the gut. Fades a little left. He should be able to get up and down for par. Barry Schultz, he is the most consistent driver on the tour. Amazing accuracy, amazing distance. Chris Sprague on the tee. Follows the line of Barry Schultz. That is a gorgeous shot. 15 feet short of Schultz. They've both got runs at birdie. And Justin Bunnell pulling it right. Tree's knocking it left. He's out of this one. Walter Haney sets up for the easy par, and Chris Sprague for birdie. Oh, basket! And Barry Schultz to win another $150 skin. Off the top, we go to hole 8 with Walter Haney on the tee. A beautiful straight drive. Woo! Perfect distance. Here's Barry Schultz. Oh, off the stone wall. Vinny, one more rock. Barry has also got the birdie. And Chris Sprague now. That's turning a little bit right. Leaves himself about 35 feet from the pin. And Justin Bunnell feeling free to take an ace run.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Nice run by Justin. Hole 8 is a push, and we are moving on to hole 9.
Why is that Innova logo there?
Because Innova is the Ace Skins sponsor. Their sponsorship makes the Ace Skins possible.
Why is Barry Schultz there?
Oh, good point. Walter Haney should be on the tee. Walter Haney's drive. A beautiful turn. Nestles under the basket. Walter Haney is 2 feet from the pin. Barry Schultz now. Got a nice turn. No, it hyzers out. He's left himself about 40 feet on a fast green. Chris Sprague now on the tee. Oh, that's a perfect turn. Headed right at the basket. He's got the birdie. And here's Justin Bunnell.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Slow down, baby.
Hit the tree. Hit the tree.
Hits a tree.
Safe?
We've got an easy push on hole 9. Moving on to hole 10. Here's Walter Haney on the tee. He puts up a low shot off the wall. Bounces right. He's got an easy 10-foot putt for birdie. And Barry Schultz puts up his black disc.
Oh!
4 inches from an ace. Chris Sprague now. Also at the base of the wall. Should be no problem for the push. And here's Justin Bunnell. Little too much hyzer on that. And he is well short of the pin. Barry Schultz to ensure the push. Okay. Here's Walter Haney. Easy putt. And Chris Sprague needs this to push $300. He gets it. We are moving on to hole 11. And the right-handed Chris Sprague tees off. And we jump to the second shots. Here's Barry Schultz out of the trees. That fades left way early. He's in some trouble on the left. Justin Bunnell's second shot. Oh, that is a beautiful shot right through the gap.
Nice.
A nice little skip. He's got about 25 feet for birdie on this par 4. Walter Haney. Little right. Cuts through. He's going to have a putt. Here's Barry Schultz, third shot. Skip, basket, oh my! That was some good stuff. Here's Chris Sprague's birdie shot. Walter Haney to try and push with Justin. That leaves Justin with this putt for a $350 skin.
Yeah.
Justin Bunnell tees off on hole 12. Walter Haney is up next. That is a nice shot by Walter Haney. It turns in a bit early. He's going to have a tough up and down for par from there. Barry Schultz with a beautiful drive. Hits the gap. He is pin high, about 25 feet left. And now Chris Sprague on the tee. A very big shot. Hangs left. Sets himself right in the opening, looking right down at the pin. He's got about 60 feet to the pin. Justin Bunnell A fun up and down.
Yeah!
Beautiful shot. And now Walter Haney, all he's got is a hammer. Oh, that was a nice run till it hit that tree. And Chris Sprague to try to push with Barry Schultz. High and left. So Barry Schultz has this to win a skin. Oh, basket, chains, basket. Moving on. Justin Bonnell on the tee of 13. That is a nice shot, a little bit high into the gap, kicks left. He's got about 90 feet to the pin. Walter Haney. Hang on, buddy. Fades just a little bit right, gets hung up in the woods. He should have an easy up and down for 3. And Barry Schultz, nice and low, curving right through the gap. That could be beautiful. Oh, a kick left. Barry Schultz should still get an easy 3, though. And Chris Sprague flies through the right side, gets a nice kick. He's got about an 80-footer for birdie. And here's Walter Haney's upshot. Nice nestle. He's got a step-in par. And Barry Schultz over the top. Justin Bonnell now. Wide left. Chris Sprague for a $100 skin. Off the back of the basket. What a beautiful run by Chris Sprague. And Barry Schultz for the par. Well, Justin Bonnell for the par. Oh, chains through. Chris Sprague for the par to push with... Sprague missed on 4 to give Haney his first skin. He misses here again on 13. Haney's got 150. He's now up to 150 total, and we move on to hole 14. Walter Haney on the tee, unleashes a low line drive, gets a nice skip, gets a nice roll, settles in 25 feet from the pin. Not a bad result. Here's Justin Bonnell. A huge right to left shot. Oh, cuts in early, hits the lone pine. He's a good 120 feet from the pin. And here's Barry Schultz. That shot looks very good. Turning left.
Nice. Oh. Cameraman right in the foot.
Oh. He hit the cameraman. His disc has landed about 20 feet from the pin. He is none too pleased. Let's see that again from the cameraman's perspective.
Heads up.
There it is.
Oh.
Man, I lost that one till it hit.
You all right?
No. This Gulp hit me.
We go back to the tee with Chris Sprague ready to throw. Oh, he fires a low line drive laser beam right at the pin. A beautiful shot, sets himself up for the drop-in deuce. Here's Justin Bonnell for the birdie. And Walter Haney for the birdie. Count it. And Barry Schultz hits the putt, hits the cameraman. It's a push. We're moving on. $100 on hole 15. Walter Haney on the tee with a beautiful drive. He's about 5 feet from the pin. If Justin Bonnell can get close, we've got a push. If Barry Schultz can get close, we've got to push. Amazing drives throughout this entire skins round. And now Chris Sprague, perhaps going for the ace. Nestles under the pin. We've got another push. Walter Haney makes sure. And we are moving on to hole 16. $150 on the line. Walter Haney with a very nice drive. Turns right. Straightens out. Fades left. He's got a tough straddle putt. Justin Bunnell.
Birdie. They'll make it on there.
Wow. He is under the basket. Here's Barry Schultz's drive.
Another one. 3 in a row.
He's got to run at it.
He's got about 50 feet for the birdie, and Chris Sprague turns way early, kicks way left. He's out of this one. Barry Schultz for the deuce. Oh, basket. Nice run. And Walter Haney to push a $150 skin. Done. And we are moving on to hole 17 with $200 on the line. And Walter Haney. That's going to be a little bit short. It gets hung up in the grass. He's got about 70 to 80 feet to the pin. Someone ought to birdie this. Justin Bunnell with a big shot. Way too right. He's in trouble. He's going to have a tough shot at the birdie. Barry Schultz now on the tee. That disc does not keep turning right. He's left himself about 35 feet from the pin. Chris Sprague has a beautiful opportunity here. And he launches a very nice drive, keeps turning right. Fades left a little at the end. He's got about 25 feet to the pin and a real shot at birdie. Walter Haney. Justin Bunnell for birdie. Oh, pin high, flies by. Barry Schultz to push with Sprague. And Chris Sprague with a tough straddle putt for a $200 skin. Whoa! Some serious relief on Chris's face there as he wins that $200. And we are moving on to hole 18. Chris Sprague on the tee. Gets a nice straight drive, plenty of distance. He should have an easy look into the island green for a nice up and down for par. Walter Haney, I remember his 360 last year, none of those shenanigans this year. Sets it up. I think he could three this hole in his sleep. And Justin Bunnell. That is a nice big drive. He should have no problems with a three also. And Barry Schultz unleashes a beautiful drive. He is going to have an easy look at the pin. He'll have a run at birdie. Here's Justin Bunnell's second shot. He's trying his big up and down and OB shot. Walter Haney. Off the Guardian Railroad tie. Skips in. He's on the green. Chris Sprague now. Oh, a nice run by Chris Sprague. Barry Schultz for the birdie and a $100 skin. A great run by Barry Schultz. Walter Haney's birdie shot. Well, it don't matter. Sprague and Schultz got the push. We are going to hole 1 for a CTP to decide this final $100. Teeing off first, Chris Sprague. That turns way left. Chris Sprague is put at 42 feet left of the pin. Walter Haney now. Oh, a beautiful shot by Walter Haney. Lands on the bank in front of the pin, 11 feet away. Justin Bunnell. Ooh, that's pretty close. 14 feet away. Walter Haney is still close enough. And the normally predictable Barry Schultz pulls his drive wide right. Not even measurable. Walter Haney wins the final $100 skin. I'm Steve Dodge. Thanks for watching the 2006 MSDGC Ace Skins.